welcome back to my impromptu YouTube channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I'm just kidding. My kids watch way too much YouTube. All right, so for your project, what I want you to do, you're going to do a stylized, like, still life that tells me something about you. But since we're learning about values and shading and value scales and all of that, you're going to be incorporating a lot of that into it, which is actually going to abstract it a bit. So if you're worried about your ability to draw, don't, because Cubism is a type of art that actually breaks big information and big imagery into like more simplistic. Braque and Picasso were two artists that were known to do Cubism. And so here's like an example. This is like a student artwork, I think. So you can tell it's a still life. You can tell there's like some bottles there, cup. Definitely looks like there's a butter knife or something, but it's very stylized. And so that's really what you're going to be aiming for on this. And you can use a regular just pencil for this project, or if you want, you can also add a pencil and a color of your choice. I'm going to leave that up to you. So what you're going to start off by doing is finding what your image is going to be. Now, what I've done, I've already selected an image that I took. The idea is that this is going to tell me something about you. Now, you don't have to set up a still life at your house or do anything like that. You can actually just Google some images that you would like to use and kind of just sketch those out and draw those out. And that's fine. But since I was already at home and I have all my stuff here and I can't leave for like a week, you know, might as well be extra, right? So I took this photo, and these are things that represent me, the plant, that is like, I'm obsessed with plants. The paintbrushes is because I'm an artist. And then this bell is actually, I don't know if you can tell, it's an award that my grandfather got like in 2009. He's passed away since, but he was actually, this is actually my uncle's. My grandpa had the same one. Because I was like, wait a minute, in 2009, my grandfather had already passed away. So, but yeah, I had a lot of relatives that were custodians, and after you served so many years and retired, your award was like this little school bell, which is really cute. So I think about all the work that they used to do in the schools before me being one of the first people in my family to get a degree, actually then became one of the teachers in the building. So family is something that's really important to me, and this bell kind of signifies that. So all I'm going to do is just kind of draw out my image. Now, if your image is like horizontal, or you remember saying in school, hamburger, then you'll draw hamburger, but mine is hot dog or whatever, so it's going to be a vertical one. And let me zoom out a little. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, you're just going to draw your still life, your items. And I'm not doing a super great job, but that's okay, because I'm trying to go really fast. You're going to have a bit more time than me, so yours should look pretty good. So let's see, that's a pencil. Let's say this bell just kind of goes right here, and it goes like that. It's kind of a weird looking thing. And yeah, obviously I kind of massacred that a bit. Sorry, Uncle Danny. Sorry, Grandpa. Your memory is what matters. All right, so let's say we have our drawing. You're going to do better, all right? I know some of you are looking at this and you're like, nope, I'm not going to be able to do better. And guess what? I believe in you. I believe you can. So what you're going to do next, you're going to get a ruler, or it doesn't even have to be a ruler. It can be like the edge of a book. And you're going to start to divide up some of your drawing. And think of, well, what are some areas that could use some dividing up? Like, there's not a lot of interest up here. So let's just divide this guy up just to about right there, just for interest, right? this guy. And notice I'm not going from end to end. And I'm not being super methodical about it either. One of the worst things you can do as an artist is just overthink things, especially in my class, because this is supposed to be therapeutic, remember? It's not therapeutic if you're freaking out. Boom. For time's sake, let's just say this is great. Now what you're going to do, you're going to start filling in these shapes. So like, for instance, this is its own shape, and wherever there's a line, that's going to start like the new shape. And I'm just going to practice different types of value by just drawing in this area, just filling it in with value. And I need to put something under it because, like I said, I don't take very good care of this table when I make my art. All right, so what I decided to do with this one is just really go from this really dark area and then just kind of get it down to not even a super light value, but let's say compared to my value scale, I started off like at a 9 and ended this bad boy out at like a 5. All right, so not bad. Let's go down to this area. Let's say for contrast, I want this area almost right here to be like a 1, and I want to shade it to like a 6. So I'll start with a 6. And we're just going to lighten it. Boom, 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 until it gets to a 1. Do a little cross hatching here. Why not? And I'm going to do that throughout the piece. So some areas are going to be more intricate than others. And like I said, whenever you hit a line, whether that is a line made with the ruler or the contour line of an item in your still life, you're going to switch gears and change your approach. Now, so for instance, this one right here, I might just decide I'm going to do this sucker just as dark as I can get it. It's not going to shade out or lighten. I just want this thing to be dark. And there might be another one that I just want to leave completely white. And that's okay too. There might be an area up here where I might want to leave it fairly white, but I just want a little bit of shadow or shading right here. And just blend it in some. I already had some pigment on my finger, some graphite, so. All right, so you're gonna do that for every single section until you are done. And you wanna make sure you have a representation of all 10 values from your scale. Can you use a variety of sketching or sketching value, like shading types? Certainly, you can go from scumbling to cross-hatching. Just keep in mind, you still want to make a successful piece of art, so you don't want it so crazy busy where there's not a focal point or motivation for a viewer to look at absolutely everything. So just keep that in mind, and I can't wait to see your finished product.